Hello there, I am in total skate progression mode, so you're gonna have to deal with narrating, John, because I am focused on trying to learn new tricks. But this video is 3 lovely skate sessions I had, learning a bunch of tricks and genuinely having a lot of fun. Don't worry, this first skate session is the only one I filmed vertical to be optimized for Instagram, of course, but the rest are normal. So here I am aiming to do a hard trick, a trick that I've done before, I think, nollie no slide nollie flip. Since I landed the no slide nollie flip and the fakey no slide nollie flip in the last video, we're trying to do all the variations of flip out tricks this year. This whole process is part of the reason why skateboarding makes a terrible sport. Also, here's me falling like an idiot. Falling doesn't just happen in skateboarding sometimes, it happens 99% of the time. Literally, if you're trying a new trick, 100 tries is not unique. Sports can obviously get really complicated when you get into the nitty-gritty, but the goal is simple and very easy to follow. Kick the ball, throw the ball, carry the ball where it needs to go. You could probably break down skateboarding like this, land the trick, but skaters have such different bags of tricks. Let's get into these sessions, and why skateboarding makes for a bad sport will kind of unravel itself. I started trying back tail kickflips again, but this time landing forward, but it just wasn't happening on this day. So the main goal for this session was the nollie no slide nollie flip anyways, and luckily after flailing about for 10 minutes, I landed perfect primo. Not a rare sight for my silly ass. But very soon after, I got a good flick, but just fudged up the landing, unfortunately. Another thing with skateboarding, you don't just land a trick, you land a trick well. In sports, if the ball goes into the net, it doesn't matter how it goes in, it counts all the same. Not skateboarding, even in competitions, a trick landed badly will affect your score, kind of like gymnastics. By the way, after watching some gymnastics videos recently, I genuinely think they are the peak athletes. After 5 minutes, I landed another one, but not one that would have given me a good score, and another one, and finally the one I was happy with. This trick really didn't feel that bad, and nollie no slides have become increasingly more satisfying to try. Last year, I basically promised myself I wouldn't do kickflip no slides anymore, and funnily enough, I didn't want to do them because my kickflips are too tweaked, humble brag, but look how dipped my nose is when I go for it. That's why it's not getting high enough, but the tail is high enough. I weirdly have to try super hard, but we did get a kickflip no slide, and I still don't know if I'll ever figure them out consistently. But you know what trick is surprisingly easy? Heel flip no slides, which is funny because I'm better at kickflips, but this trick happened pretty fast, and it felt good when I landed it, much better than the kickflip no slide. And then I moved on to another kickflip no slide, except I did it off the nose, which should be harder, but not for my weird legs. I had to finish off the 4 no slide variations with the hardest one for me, nollie heel flip no slides. It always feels like I don't have high enough nollie heels, but the second I committed to one, I knew it was going down. And it did go down, and I was happy guy, man, friend I am. The next day, I made my way over to this manual pad, which is seriously 45 minutes from where I live. Don't worry, I had things to do in this area, but I'm not gonna lie and say this isn't my favorite manual pad ever. Something about skating this area is extremely peaceful to me. It's nostalgic, and I wasn't even planning on skating, honestly, but I thought of 4 tricks that my body wanted to do. Like this day, I thought I wanted to do back 180 manual variations, and kind of like throwing the kickflip, heel flip, nollie flip, and nollie heel flip onto the ledge the other day. I thought, why don't I throw those same 4 tricks, but into back 180 manuals? And the backside flip manual actually happened surprisingly fast. I think it was like second try. The rest didn't, which gives me more time to explain my point about skateboarding being a bad sport. Skateboarding existed as an antithesis to sports anyways, at least for a while. Obviously, if you want big corporate sponsors, your industry has to appeal to a lot of people. Without so many people being into skateboarding, including people who don't skateboard, the industry just couldn't survive. Skate contests aren't optimized to entertain skaters, they're optimized for the same people who don't want to learn a million things before enjoying a show. It's the same for me trying to watch something like American football. I can get lost, and I don't really know why the points are the way they are, but the American football we watch today is taking an activity that Friends did back in the day and marketing it in a way to appeal to the masses. It didn't start off looking anything like this. The simplest contests we have in skateboarding so far are games of skate, which is just a game of horse, but for skateboarding, it's super simple to follow. Someone lands a trick, and his opponent either lands it or doesn't. Real skate competitions, like the Olympics, are a lot harder to follow. In fact, I heard someone say they didn't enjoy Olympic skateboarding because everyone kept falling. Exactly. Skating isn't usually practicing the same few moves over and over and over until you don't miss it. It's learning hundreds, if not thousands of tricks, and sometimes doing them once and moving on. Ironically, I loved watching action sports as a kid, but judging skateboarding is so biased. My God, the controversy behind Tyshawn Jones being voted Skater of the Year for Thrasher this year was insane. I didn't even know people kept up with Skater of the Year. I guess guess I live in my own bubble, ignoring everything. I love how action sports seem adventurous. Sports just seem really confining to me, traditional sports. A stadium built for it, similar to a skate park. I guess I should probably go street skateboarding more. A win in skateboarding isn't objective. It's not they made the shot, give them the points. It's more like they landed the trick, but how hard was the trick? Well, actually, how hard was the trick for them? Because we've seen them do it before, so let's give them a lower score. And did they land it perfect? Did they hold the grind for long enough? And a myriad of other factors. Skateboarding doesn't make for a good sport. I'd love to see a world where people could just dive into something with everything they have and not have to compete to make a living doing it. I know it seems selfish to ask, but I don't think it is at all. I was born into your world without consent. Make my life easier. Let every human explore every passion free from burden. I was able to do it at a pretty great cost, but I'm super thankful I get to live a life with so much skateboarding. Anyways, I had one more fun session. I figured I would just show the session. I've been talking a lot and I need to go skate, honestly. So enjoy this very productive session. See you every weekday for a new video, and I'll see you next time. Get yourself a beginner flat row, link in description. Take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.